companies and shit, they might as well use my money to do shit.
Yeah.
Well, since you got it like that, pops.
I like at least I like advise them to be smart with the money too. You know, like don't
True
just
that. But I mean, AEW is getting rumored to be on a HBO Max soon, like the library.
Ooh, that's gonna be great for me. Then I'll be able to watch it for sure.
Hey, side note, I just peeped the Harry Osborn in the Spider-Man game. Low key look like Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
That's honestly funny.
All right, I'll get started on my end too.
Wait,
the
Spider-Man game.
PS4.
Please tell me 3. Oh.
I started replaying it like a few weeks ago.
Marvel Spider-Man. What level do you play? Like, do you play Amazing, Spectacular?
It's all the same shit. It's literally all the same shit. I go the highest level because it's all the same difficulty, really. I mean, it's a little bit harder.
That's a lie.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just played it enough.
That's a fucking lie.
I played the second hardest.
I did get my ass kicked by Sable people last night a lot. I was like, fuck. So it was a little bit harder. But yeah, I played it. I think
I played the second hardest level.
Okay, so I just want to make it known that I play every story game up on like the easiest difficulty.
Yeah, I start off at normal. You gotta enjoy it.
Mostly because I just want to kick back and like smoke a blunt while I fucking play it.
Nah, I feel that. Like, I ain't trying to get stressed out.
Like The Last of Us 2, I gave up on like trying to competitively play that. I'm like, I'm here for the story and the fucking visuals.
You're here for a good time, not a long time.
Just stuff like that though. That's how it should be played because that's like hella story based. I still gotta play the second one.
The worst part about smoking a blunt while playing a game is when it starts to get at like past halfway, and like you're in an intense fucking battle or whatever, and it's always just the smoke is always just going in your eyes. For some reason, you can tilt your head any which way, and it always just go into your eyes.
Bro, smoking cuddling sucks too. for the same problems. That's the only time that I get smoke in my eyes.
I don't get smoke in my eyes.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't really like game and smoke or cuddle and smoke. All right, I'll get my end started too. Hold on, give me a sec, y'all.
Well, I'll get my shit this weekend. And I finally got that Man-Eater game. That's gonna be a trip to play high.
I know it, yeah.
Bro, I was like, you can really just knock motherfuckers off the boat? I was like, damn, all right.
All right, going live. 3, 2. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Super Talks. With me are my co-host Timmy and Jake.
What's going on?
And then we got a special guest here with us, Nick.
Hello.
All right, and today we're going to be talking about wrestling. Not wrestling, but wrestling.
The only reason I waved when you introduced me is because I was hitting my vape, but I couldn't talk.
I know. I can see what you're doing without seeing what you're doing.
I'm letting your listeners know.
Just picture Tom Green
Twitch
waving
blocks out video,
drinking a beer.
Tom Green's drinking old man beer.
Since Nick is our expert with what's currently going on wrestling, would you like to start us out, Nick?
Sure. My name is Nick.
I'm an alcoholic.
Watching pro wrestling pretty intensely since I was around 4. it's always been like this outlet for me to get to experience, stories and characters and the outcome of what goes on in wrestling. And it's pretty cool that you guys invited me to come talk about it. There's a lot of good fucking wrestling going on today, and like every part of the globe. If you got your British,
Dude, it's gotten huge.
strong style, yeah. You got your Japanese style. You got the lucha libre, of course, and the American style.
We can't forget new Russian bear wrestling.
Who can? That was a thing, though. Like,
yeah, it
that's
really
the
was.
circuses and shit. That was an actual thing.
Who got money on, the bear or the Russian?
I got money on the Russian.
Zangief's character in Street Fighter was a Russian bear wrestler.
Listen. Especially if they got a Muslim first name. They got a Muslim first name and they got a Russian last name. You should just turn around.
So, what's the most hardcore style you think is?
The most hardcore style is the deathmatch style, which was a popularized. Well, it has a couple of origins. It's big in Japan still, and it's also big in the States. But essentially, death matches consist of all types of weapons. There's not really much of a story being told. It's just kind of violent. It's just, two dudes with a bunch of weapons just
like hardcore matches WWE used to do.
Huh?
So like hardcore matches WWE used to do, but like real or more real.
Yeah. WWE used to do like the PG-13 type of stuff.
Like they hit you with a sledgehammer, but their fucking hand is in front of the hammer.
Yeah.
It's a more intense version of it.
If you go to a promotion like CZW, Combat Zone, they would do shit with light tubes, and they would be like outside up in the middle of a field in Indiana with like with tubes and doors and cheese graters and all kinds of shit.
I just remember. You just reminded me of a video where like this dude cheese grated someone's forehead.
Probably the Necro Butcher.
Just doing a cheese grater to
if anybody knows of that guy, some death matches because that's one of the most prolific guys.
Stranglemania was pretty intense with death matches back in the day. You familiar with Stranglemania, Nick?
Yeah.
Barbed wire ropes for one. Barbed wire ropes.
A lot of promotions did. Puerto Rican promotions. Carlos Colon's promotion down in Puerto Rico will run death matches. You had Combat Zone. You had ECW, of course. You had
All Elite Wrestling.
We'll talk about that up in a bit, Tony.
All Elite's like newer, isn't it?
Yeah, that started up in 2019.
Okay, because I see a lot of some older wrestlers that are part of it. Like Jeff Hardy.
People are moving from WWE. We'll get to that, I guess, later, according to Nick. So,
Tony Khan was just sitting in his mansion, just like watching WWE and WWE and all the other wrestling programs, and I was like, And he was probably like, you know what, this is kind of shit. Let me start my own program.
But this was also kind of because of Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. These four guys were pretty much your Kevin Nash, your Scott Hall, your uh the rebels of like this current generation of pro wrestling.
Oh, the Cody Rhodes went back to WWE.
Oh yeah, well, which is kind of cool though, right? I mean,
yeah.
look at that.
Did he die out?
It was like dwindling as Stardust, and Cody bet on himself. Yeah. He didn't resign. He took a tour going to so many promotions, winning belts and doing all kinds of like cool shit till they started up with EW, and then he just took off from there. And like, look at what he did this past 2 Sundays ago at the Hell in a Cell. Like, if you guys are not squeamish, go look up Cody Rhodes from a couple of days ago. He
I saw that shit.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He wrestled a full match with a torn pec.
Yeah, that shit was ugly.
Yeah. It was pretty fucking gnarly. The right side of his chest was literally purple, and then by the time that the match was done, it turned like 2 shades of like pink. Like, so that guy's gonna go down as one of the greats.
Oh hell yeah,
deservedly so.
He fucking climbed though. Like, I may not know much about current shit, but I did see where he started.
Yeah.
And so I was like, damn, he came a long ass way. Him and The Miz too.
Yeah. The Miz is one of the biggest shining like examples of like perseverance, because The Miz was the plucky guy coming from this reality show, and the culture of the locker room back in the day was kind of toxic. It was kind of like a frat boys type of thing. So
it was like
The Miz got bullied
club.
a lot. They made him change like up in the bathrooms and shit. It was really gross, but The Miz persevered and became a 2-time champion. So that's why The Miz is always cool to me.
And one of the best heels.
Agreed.
You guys respect the grind.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my favorite Cody Rhodes matches, like honestly, one of his early AEW matches where he pitched this, which is crazy because he pitched this match to WWE and they were like, "Nah, we don't like it." And it was his match with Goldust.
Oh, okay.
You remember that?
Yeah. The Bloody War.
Yeah.
Was that at Blood and Guts, right?
That was at Blood and Guts. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Cody matches.
Yeah.
It's a couple of them.
It's not like something like fast paced, but it was a very technical match, and they both wrestled their asses off on that match, and you know it just made me appreciate, because it was something that he was trying to get WWE to do for like, what was it, 3 years, and they were not going for it.
Yeah,
and it was just like the biggest event.
So the big plan was to get them to wrestle at for WrestleMania, but WWE like blew the load up at the pay-per-view right before that year's WrestleMania, because they didn't feel like that was like, you know, big enough for that spot, which I felt was complete bullshit, and you know, the rest of the fans. But Cody's got plenty of good, plenty of good matches. I mean, remember back to SummerSlam 2015, I want to say when he was Stardust and wrestled Stephen Amell.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was
Yeah,
That was
actually a
a good
good
I
match.
remember
match.
that time.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
fun match, and that was
yeah, yeah. Stephen Amell surprised me with how actually good he was doing in his match.
one of those big spectacle type of matches,
I mean, you
Hmm.
see,
with the celeb involvement.
if you see his arrow training, he did some
Right.
wild shit with that. Like, I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like with a TV show, you get multiple chances to do something right.
No,
With a
dude.
live
I
with a
saw that
live TV show,
motherfucker. I saw that motherfucker do American Ninja Warrior. He
Yeah,
completed
he did
every
that.
obstacle.
no,
He completed
but
every
that's
obstacle for charity and shit. And he said, "Hey, I'm not done. I want to do more." Then he did like 3 more obstacles and then fell out. Dude, like,
that's
fuck, dude. Like,
but that's
Stephen
different
Amell's a
from
beast.
wrestling. It's two people literally having to work together in wrestling to get something done right, and it's live, and you
Yeah.
have to try very hard not to mess up, and it
Wrestling
is
is
a very
so
hard
much
thing.
more than just blunt,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, I get it, but like, yeah, you have to be athletic to get that shit done, and like, there's
That's
no
very
doubt.
true, though.
yeah,
That's very true,
yeah. Like,
especially
like,
now.
yeah, but like that arrow shit, it's a TV show, so you get multiple attempts to get it done right.
That's
And
true.
then with American Ninja Warrior, it's you have to hold out and like try to make it through obstacles. But like with wrestling, it's literally a fucking dance. You have to trust your partner and make sure that
Oh,
not
I
one of the
know.
other one fucks up.
Oh no, I've seen wrestlers backstage while I'm setting up for the show and stuff, like rehearse. Like once we got the ring and shit set up, dude, like they'll go up there and start rehearsing some of their matches and shit.
Didn't they tell
Yeah.
you couldn't talk to him, but you did
Yeah,
anyway?
you can't talk to them unless you're spoken to first.
But you did
Bro,
anyway.
if I were in front of Becky Lynch, I would
He
still
fucking
talk to her.
said
I don't
something
give
to Becky
a
Lynch.
fuck. I don't give a
Dude,
fuck
Speaking
if
of
I get
Becky
fired.
Lynch,
I'll be
what I
like,
said
I
to
talked
Becky
to
Lynch,
Becky.
what I said to Becky Lynch don't count though, because I was scurrying backstage carrying a bunch of my pyro equipment. I was like, "Good job on your match," like whatever. And then it fucking scurried away. You know, like that's not like, ooh, like I wasn't like sucking her dick or anything. You know, like
I would be sucking her dick. I'd be deep throating that shit.
yeah, man. Becky's cool as hell, though. There was a live event that I went to, and most of the wrestlers like took off once it was over, but she came out and jumped out the car and like took a couple of pictures with people, like took pictures with like people's dogs. I forgot what they call those dogs.
God damn it.
Sisters dogs or whatever.
Oh, with a
Service dog.
support.
Yeah,
Yeah, service
support
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She does seem
took
hella
a picture
cool.
with, like,
I know she's a comic book fan. It was hella dope.
yeah,
She's a nerd. So like,
she's a big nerd.
mm-hmm.
Brian used to call her what's that character from Magic the Gathering? Chandra.
I have no idea. I don't
there's
play.
like a million characters in Magic the Gathering.
She's
No,
like
but,
the
like, you have
most
to think
famous
of, like
woman
a character
from
that
the
looks
Magic
like
series.
yeah.
Chandra Millar or something like that. She's got fucking orange hair, so that's where Brian got the joke from.
Like, if you tell me if I'm working like for a WWE event and you tell me I can't talk to the talent, if Becky Lynch, Asuka, Sasha Banks, or Alexa Bliss, any of them like are right in front of me, I am going to talk to them. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I see.
Same.
Yeah, Chandra.
Yeah.
Nalar. Okay. Yeah, this character is exactly right in my alley.
Oh, did you also think that that Sasha was moving to New Japan since I just brought her up. Did you think she was going to New Japan when she was like posting out like those pictures of her in Japan, just training?
No, I just kind of thought that she was going down there to get some training and to just like to be fucking cool, because that's what she is. She's genuinely one of the coolest, most charismatic people
On that
right
show.
now. So that tour is when she went down to Japan and started to work with the Stardom girls. That was pretty much like what the popular wrestlers do.
Yeah, I was hoping for like a New Japan little like maybe like a 1 month stint with them.
Well, New Japan, there's no like division for women, but Japan in general got several like really good female promotions. You got Stardom, which she could definitely go to and put like plenty of money and buzz behind. She can go to Tokyo Joshi Pro, which is starting up and it's really good. Or man, she could go on to All Elite. That'd be the best destination for Sasha. Besides the WWE, if they would get their shit together.
They need to get actual wrestling writers and not like these TV show writers.
But it's honestly past that point. It's not even no point. They're too public. This is giving like a lot of power to people that don't have like a background or a passion for pro wrestling. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, the dude fired Stephanie McMahon from whatever position that she was in. She was like the chief brand officer.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Wait, Vince fired her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vince fires everybody, man.
He's fucking ruthless.
He's fucking.
It's like I feel bad for Triple H because like he just keeps moving him around and around.
I feel so bad for Triple H because
Triple H should be running this shit by now, dude. Like he married.
He really should because
he should.
Triple H tried his best to save the WWE. He tried his best with NXT, but that was Triple H's
baby.
Yeah, that was like he put his heart and fucking soul into it, and like look at the stuff that we got. We got the women's the Revolution.
They did a great job with that.
We got people like Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Seth, Big
Velveteen Dream,
The Shield, Velveteen. Oh man, but that's a whole just failed state up in itself.
Man, seeing Triple H in person, that motherfucker looks bigger when he's walking a fucking business suit than he is in his fucking wrestling shit. That dude is massive.
He's pretty huge.
He's my cousin's favorite wrestler.
Everyone calls him like Prince, like in wrestling form, but like he's like
2000, 2001. Man, Triple H was probably like one of the best wrestlers up on the planet.
All that shit he did with Ric Flair and them, that shit was great.
Oh yeah, the Evolution.
Yeah, Evolution. They did the whole storyline with Randy Orton. The whole storyline with Randy Orton was pretty good.
That was a pretty brutal time for me as a fan.
I know, because it was like nobody but the heels were winning.
Yeah.
I think that was like when I kind of came into it. A little bit before that. I can't pinpoint an exact year, but it might have been like 2000, 99 or 2000, something like that.
What year did you start, Timbo?
Start watching wrestling? Sometime in the 90s, early 90s. I remember watching as a kid.
What's your first memory?
My first memory is just seeing some random Sting fight. I don't even remember what exactly it was, but I just remember. I remember it was like Sting is the motherfucking shit.
Sting was so cool, man. Sting, we got to talk about that storyline because that's like my pick for the best storyline.
So like, but then growing up in the '90s, watching wrestling, like once I got into like 5th and 6th grade, like all the kids were watching wrestling, and at that point I was all like, I watched it when I was like real little.
Yeah,
you know, like when at that time you don't think 5th and 6th grade is when you're real little, but now we're adults, like we're still little fucking shits, you know.
That's fucking wild.
I was like, I watched it when I was real little, but I think it's kind of stupid now, you know, with fake, all that dumb shit, dude. But then I like sat down and watched, like me and my buddy like sat down and watched Raw one night, dude, just thinking we were just gonna get some laughs and shit out of it, and like we were like entertained, you know, and then when Raw was over, we flipped over to USA was on 29 and TNT was on channel 30. So you just switch over to channel 30 when Raw's over, and you get the last hour of fucking whatever WCW Nitro. Fucking
The fucked up thing is, like, originally I couldn't even watch Raw because it came on right at my bedtime at the time. I was like 8 or 9.
That's why you need a mom that works nights.
Every fucking Monday I wanted to watch Raw, but I had to go to bed, and I was pissed. Because, like, then the next day I got to go to school, hear everybody else talking about it.
Right.
Because they at least had TVs in their room and cable, and I didn't.
A TV in your bedroom was a fucking a rare commodity.
I could only watch Sunday Night Heat, and that was boring to me.
Yeah, that was just
my
like
first TV in my bedroom was literally this
with the sea level and stuff. Go ahead, Timbo.
No, I was saying my literal first TV that I ever had in my bedroom. I was a little kid. It was this big. It was black and white. It had the fucking knobs on it with the antennas and shit, dude. Like, that was the TV I had in my bedroom.
I had a TV. It just I didn't have cable because I
didn't know you were born in the '60s, Timon.
They was just fucking radio.
Black and white TV.
I wish I still had that TV just as a fucking novelty.
This man had a 3-inch TV,
dude.
So Tony, what's your first memory with wrestling?
I remember it was like around the late '90s. I think it was definitely during like WCW and the WWF war. So like I think if I remember, one of my first memories was DX riding a tank into WCW.
Oh, okay. That was a good moment.
That was a great moment. Bro. That was a time to be alive.
Yeah, that was in '98. That was at the very crux of the Attitude Era.
We used to just walk around reciting that shit.
Right.
The DX shit. I don't know why.
Every kid in America
got in so much fucking trouble at school for that shit. It's like, no, that's not what you think it means. It's just wrestling stuff.
So my first memory was Shawn Michaels versus the Undertaker with Kane's debut.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Remember that?
Okay, so I don't think I was watching it then. I don't know what you're talking about though. That's what was it? Paul Bearer introduced whatever came out with. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That was,
Paul Bearer. Oh man, that is honestly one of the best ringmen of all time.
Yeah, and that storyline spawned like comics. It spawned a fucking book.
All right, it was just. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a fictional book about Kane and Kane's like experiences as a child, and like going to the mental hospital and shit. Like it's crazy. It's called Journey into Darkness. If you guys want to look up.
Dude, I remember Kane's introduction and just like following his storyline throughout there. And like, no, everybody's out like, nobody knew who he was. Is he Undertaker's brother? Is he Undertaker's dad? Like nobody knew what the fuck he was. Like,
it was crazy what was going on, especially the way Paul Bearer introduced them. He was like, Undertaker, it's your brother. I can't fucking do it, but the way he had that,
I'm glad that you attempted the Bearer voice.
Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard to do.
That was a noble try. So.
I remember before I got into it, my cousins and the neighborhood kids used to be like on the front lawn, like play wrestling, and I think the first like The Rock. So my cousin kept saying, "You smell what The Rock is cooking, right? Why you do that?" I don't know why the fuck I kept saying, "You smell what the rice is cooking." And it's like for like a year, I thought this motherfucker's name was The Rice. So I was like, why is it called?
I called The Rice.
Instead of the rock bottom, it's the grain bottom.
But then I started actually watching it. It's so dope, and I just got hooked.
Yeah. What's crazy is like one of my favorite wrestlers. Like I used to ride this dude like for the longest time, and like it was for no reason because he barely won. But like I thought they were just so fucking cool. It was like Scotty Too Hotty when he was with like him and Rikishi. With the Too Cool. Like Too Cool, I don't know why. I was just such a big fan. I got so hyped when he did the
performance. Yeah, that move was like all he was just like drove his arm into your fucking neck. Like it wasn't that special, but it looked cool. You know, he did the worm.
That was the dope thing too about wrestling. Like we just talked about two demonic brothers with like superpowers, and then immediately switched over to two
it's too sexy, too high.
Wigger parodies, because that's what they were.
Everybody wanted to see that performance at the end. It was like, okay, Rikishi out there.
Like
the thing about that arm bar, dude, if you have the right definition in your arm and the lights are hitting you in that right way, dude, that shit's gonna look cool, even though it's lame as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember one time he did it hella early in this match, and it's like, well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't supposed to end this quickly, so he kept refereeing, and then he had to do that. What was that shit he used to do to get him on the ground? Like he'll jump and like just plant their face on the ground. I can't remember what that shit was called.
If you're talking about
it's like a DDT, but you like jump.
Bulldog.
Yeah, Bulldog. He had to do that shit from the top ropes to make it look like, okay, this makes sense. I can pin him now.
Yeah.
But that move was just flashy, the worm, but it really wasn't shit.
No.
Wrestlers are very like particular about the psychology of wrestling. I'm so sorry for my speech right now.
No, it's all right. Since I said like Scotty Too Hotty, like what's a wrestler that just like wasn't like the best wrestler for y'all, but like that y'all just still loved and like rooted for?
God, there are so many.
Yeah, I used to root for
the Hurricane. It was great.
Yes.
Hurricane's pretty dope.
I was thinking the Hurricane. I was waiting for someone to bring him up.
That was a fun gimmick.
Yeah, it was.
I used to like the Hardy Boys and them.
Hardy Boys, fuck yeah.
Shelton Benjamin before he returned to a cat. It's like, who's writing this shit? Who the fuck is writing this shit right now?
Dude, I was all about Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Godfather and the Hardy Boys.
Well,
all-time favorite is probably like Chris Jericho.
I think that Tony was specifically saying like kind of the
underdogs.
Yeah,
oh shoot,
the fodder people,
yeah,
like so,
the
like
fodder,
the jobbers and stuff, like fucking Funaki.
I hated the Dudley Boys.
Okay, I like
Bro,
Crash Holly. Does that count?
Yes, that definitely counts.
Who'd you say?
Crash Holly.
Oh hell
yes,
yeah,
that counts.
Crash
that
was
counts.
So great. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to like the storyline aspect of pro wrestling. Like we spoke about two examples with Sting versus the NWO, and then Undertaker versus Kane. Like those are two of some of the biggest examples. Do you guys got some that like come to the top of your head?
I think my favorite was that fucking, at least the one I was most invested in, was that ECW WCW team up when they against WWE. The Alliance.
What storyline was that?
We're talking about like our favorite storyline.
Yeah, when Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon formed the alliance to
Invasion storyline.
Yeah, that's what it was. Invasion. See, it's funny because like when I was younger, I believed that shit. I was like, damn, they lost, so no more WWE. It was like,
I'm not gonna lie. That was a stressful fucking night.
It was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
My whole world about to get turned upside.
Right.
All right, so I have a question about a specific storyline. So, like, me and a coworker were staying in a random hotel room, and we were just getting high. Dude, we turned on the TV. We started just flipping through channels. We stopped at WWE because we're like, we work for WWE and shit all the time. We're like, dude, let's see what the fuck this is all about. There's this point where John Cena is trying to assemble an entire army to defeat.
You gotta say it right. You can't just say John Cena. You gotta say it right. Come on, say
his
it with your chest. It's John Cena. No.
John Cena is trying to assemble an entire army to defeat the Big Show. Like, what was the outcome of that storyline? If you could play that shit out for me, because I only saw that one episode, so like
Big
I don't
Show
know.
Was a heel at that time.
Okay, now do you remember what year this was?
It had to have been around like 2000, anywhere between like 2012, 2014.
Okay.
That's when he was like having like the bear shit, I think, like on his merch.
Yeah.
Or Big Show. I think that's when he went heel and he just started attacking people, and then John Cena
but this is the thing, Tony.
Yeah.
Big Show turned Big Show turned bad a good 20 times.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Career, so like
that's why I specified with the merch, so like that could at least put you at a decent spot, because he had that merch for like what, a good year or two.
Yeah.
So
see, the problem with the Big Show was he was very like he was there far too much. Like the thing that made Andre the Giant so special is that he came out barely like 3 times a year, like, and that was the same thing with Brock. Like Brock would come out just for like the big fights, and it'd be like a big spectacle, and that's what Big Show kind of fails, because like once you get past the big part, like the giant part, it's like, well,
Oh yeah,
where do we go from
when
here?
he first came out and was trying to be the next giant, dude, like they're like, nah, you can't, dude.
The
Like,
problem is they tried to get him to talk, and the moment he started talking, like just like the mystification of like a giant that you're fighting just goes away, and like they put him out front in the storyline
or
way too much.
if you are trying to make your giant talk, like make him say like little,
That's the problem
like not
with,
shit, like like oh, like just like a few words. Sorry to cut you off, Tony.
No, you cut off Nick.
It's all good. That's the fundamental problem with the giant character in pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is a story that constantly goes, and over time, the mystique of certain characters kind of wear off. That's why you see with WWE, like they usually like after a good 2 to 3 years, as it's like a scary kind of monster, they always turn like a big guy into like a comedy act for like a couple of months, and then kind of switch back to give us that shock. Like, look at Kane. They did it a good 2-3 times in all of Kane's career. When he first joined up with DX, when he like spoke to like the little voice thingy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, remember that moment when he went like fucking suck it. Like that was for when Kane finally snapped and went back. It could feel fresh, and then Kane did it again in 2002 when he started doing the fucking Kane spinner Rooney and being with Rob Van Dam and doing like the 420 jokes.
But you know what?
Right after that, that's when the mask came off, and then we got Crazy Kane again. So it kind of just you got to constantly switch up. That's one of the biggest things with pro wrestling too.
So I did the American Badass with Undertaker.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
I actually like that era.
The American Badass was more like the dude that is the Undertaker. He wanted to do something different because he was kind of tired of the.
It worked. I liked it.
It worked. People did like the American Badass, but he was just tired of like the dead man.
But then when he came back as a dead man, that shit was like hella like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that worked. That actually fucking worked.
Yeah.
He took 46 minutes to get to the ring, but
that was such a crazy time.
Oh hell yeah! Now, what you were saying about 2002 with Kane, well, yes, it didn't work. It did work that one time when he teamed up with The Rock and damn it, why am I Hulk Hogan? Yeah, remember when he teamed up with Hulk Hogan and The Rock?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Those were some of the funniest the backstage skits of all fucking time. Wait, you haven't seen it, Timmy?
The Rock is a
dude. Like I quit watching right around like maybe like 98, 99 or anywhere.
Damn,
like
really, Trumbo?
For a good minute.
You literally stopped watching at the height,
right? Yeah,
at the height.
That was
that
was pretty good
to say that that I was a wrestling fan.
No, because that's when I was entering like junior high and high school, dude, and I was just focused on bitches, dude.
But bad bitches were at wrestling shows taking off their t-shirts.
That's also true.
I didn't know that, like.
How did you not know that? They did that on TV. They had to blur it out fast as shit and turn cameras all the fucking time because of that shit. The moment Triple H or like Shawn Michaels came out,
Triple H,
like girls were flashing all the fucking time for them. And
dude,
The Rock too.
I got introduced to weed and all and like man
found the clitoris.
Yeah,
the mythical clitoris, and was like, I'm gonna give wrestling a break.
Give wrestling.
Which I can respect.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because
I can respect.
I graduated in 2005, so like that's like.
God damn you.
Yeah, I was.
So the Attitude Era might have been the coolest shit ever, but I
graduated 7 years after you.
Ever. Like,
I started high school in 2005.
Oh, so
damn,
you're not that much younger than me, you dumb fuck.
Nah, my friend just turned 31 yesterday. I was like, fuck.
Man, bro, time is just fucking. Bro, I'm 28.
Me too. I'm about to be 29 this year.
It's crazy.
I'm about to be 29. It's crazy.
I didn't sign up for this shit.
What a time.
Especially like think about all this old wrestling stuff and how long ago that shit really was.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Damn.
Hey, COVID really said fuck my late 20s with this pandemic.
Dude, apparently people don't believe I'm 35 because I was walking down the hallway at work today, and this old dude's all like, "Man, you're walking pretty fast, man. You must be like 22, 25 or something." I'm like, "Bro, dude, I'm 35 years old." He's like, "Holy fuck, how you walking that fast?"
Proper exercise.
You know what I've been noticing, guys? Like, bro, go look up fucking pictures of like 20, like people that
in their 40s.
Yeah, that are like 20, kids. 25. No, dude, like back in the day, bro, they look like that they a good
like they get 36.
50. Like
yeah.
they look
like they were in their 30s, 40s.
Like in the 90s, you'd be like 26, but you look 40.
Yeah. Look at Tobey Maguire, perfect example.
Guys, somebody just brought up that the guy that plays Obi-Wan, Sir
McGregor.
No, well the first one,
the first one.
Original.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know his name.
Ben Kenobi.
He should be an iconic actor, but nobody knows his name.
But that guy was, I think, 10 years older than Ewan McGregor. So like, it's not their fault.
Damn.
He aged like shit.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean,
so,
Ewan is like what, 50.
It's not them like trying.
But
to
Ewan
toy
aged
with
like
the
a McDonald's French fry.
Right. Ewan aged well. Ewan took care of himself.
Yeah. He's just one of those dudes he's always gonna look like that.
Well, he works out.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way you can keep that build. And
this nigga 51.
Like,
so
like he takes care of himself. He has a healthy diet, works out.
Like he
got a baby with what's your name?
Despite the forehead wrinkles, dude, he almost looks exactly the same as he did in the trilogies and shit, dude. Like,
I think he's married. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. What's her name? Yeah, Huntress.
He married Mary Elizabeth. Oh yeah, he did. I think
they just had a baby.
Damn. All right, back to wrestling, y'all.
Wrestling. Nick, we do side tangents often. We've been doing them less often, but like
I'm pretty sure that that your listeners don't mind.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't.
As long as it's fucking
entertaining.
We
always home back to what we're talking about. Anyway.
And I've learned that from listening to this podcast called Flagrant 2. It's like they don't even come with like a clear topic. They just start talking.
We do that every now and then.
We did that last week, and it was fine. It was actually
fine. We did a pretty good job.
But I think we'd rather start doing like less pointed topics and just start talking. Because a lot of that shit usually like more interesting than if we just one solid topic.
Yeah.
Y'all would have never known about my tiny TV.
It's funny though because we keep joking about this. We keep joking about this. It started off as just talking about the fucking Arrowverse. We did some 4-hour recording, and it's like flash forward like 6 years. Like, why the fuck did we spend 4 hours talking about that?
Dude, that was like our passion back then, bro.
Collectively, our interest in it is just like non-existent at this point. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of funny to think back. Like,
We would rather watch the HBO shows now than the CW shows because like Stargirl and like Superman and Lois are just
That's
like
it. That's it.
that's it.
Legends
That's all
just
I'm
passed
interested
because it's
in.
Legends, but like
Yeah, Legends, but that
these dudes
Legends
had a
is its own
lightsaber
thing.
battle with their
Legends needs
own
to come
fucking
back with
lightning.
a half season just so we get more booster gold, and then boom.
That's all we wanted.
End it.
Like,
End it.
Yeah,
I'm fully aware that this show needs
Donald
to end, but due to the
Faison,
fact
and
that
then
Donald Faison is fucking amazing, it's
yeah,
like we need one season of this, just one. I don't
and
care how
then
you
That's what
do
I'm
it.
saying. Just a half season, dude. Because I don't like. I think I don't know. I don't know. I love Legends. Dude. Like, I know we all love Legends, but it's run its course, dude. We just need more fucking booster gold. for
Legends was just that
little
thing you
bit.
just turn your brain off and just have fun. It's a silly
Oh,
time travel show that
it's
doesn't
a
take itself
comic book show.
doesn't take itself seriously at all.
I only watched the Arrow and Flash, so I'm over here like, yeah.
See, I'm not. No, I mean, because the shit they announcing now, like Gotham Knights, I'm like,
Uh,
I don't know. I'm good off
and
that.
then the Flash is gonna go straight to DVD because
Grant
with
Gustin's
all the
phoning-
shit Ezra Miller got going
Grant
on,
Gustin's been
man.
phoning that shit in for like 3
Yeah.
seasons now.
so
No
I don't
way.
know what's going on with the whole like. I
Ezra.
feel like the Flash character is just as fucking cursed as fucking Barry is. Like with actors and shit. Like I feel like they just as cursed as that nigga. Cause just
I don't know what it is with DC
They
or
about
like
to fumble this
WB
back.
in general, but they back the wrong fucking horses every
They
fucking
about to
time.
fumble this
every
back.
time.
They actually got Keaton to come back.
Bro, it's so easy.
It is.
It's
They got
so
Keaton to come back
easy.
as Batman at 70 fucking.
Bro,
How old is he? Like 72? Some shit like that. Got
Bro,
his
they
ass
had
For
back in the
why
bat
though?
suit.
this is crazy.
For why
This is how bad they fumbled the bag. They had Henry Cavill and they had Ben Affleck, two people who are big
It was
fans
so
of the
easy.
characters they played, and
It
they
was
both
so
are
easy.
like, we love these characters. We want to do them for as long as possible, and we want to do them right, and we want to do it justice so people can love it. And then WB and DC are like, nah, fuck that.
My theory is people got egos. I don't think that they like didn't do any of like what they did to the Snyderverse in good faith. I think they was trying to control it because of their fucking egos.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
that's the
Oh,
only
yeah.
probably a
logical
good
reason
portion of
that
that,
I
for
could see
sure.
because Marvel Disney gave out a free fucking template to any studio on how to make a fucking concise cinematic like universe, like a fucking device to tell a story throughout, multiple movies. Like they gave out a free ass fucking template, and like
Yeah.
they
Like now you don't have to have like necessarily like give off the same emotion as an MCU, but
no, but I'm
it
saying just
yeah,
like telling one,
yeah,
like having a plan laid out,
yeah.
agreed upon, and like before you go into shit. I know that the Justice League thing was kind of unforeseen with Zack Snyder's daughter,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they should have
R.I.P.
just paused, let that man grieve, and then started back up and let like them finish it the way that they was true to. It was
This is
so
why
easy, man.
Honestly, I think
I-
they should have just stuck
Yeah,
their
they have
entire
no problem
course.
pushing back movies now.
They
Sorry,
got
Right.
they got hella reactionary to different things. It's
Yep.
like, okay, people like Suicide Squad. All right, let's give
Yep.
Deadshot a movie. Let's give Boomerang a movie. Let's give Harley Quinn 4 movies. Let's do all this shit. It was reactionary.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
swear I saw them
was.
saying, "Let's do Amanda Waller solo." It's like, what?
They seem like they're amateurs, man.
Yeah.
Like
And it's like
that's what it seems like.
it's like you they try. I don't know. I feel like
They just like they didn't stick to their guns.
Yeah.
Keep going, like push through it. It's fine.
Yeah,
People still gonna go fucking see it. It's fine. But you just decided to back out of this. You did all this shit to Affleck and Snyder,
Studios
Cavill, and all that.
that
And
care
it's like,
about critics like confuse me.
If you gross over a billion, somebody likes it. Who gives
exactly.
Who
Exactly.
gives a fuck?
look at those Fast Four movies.
Right.
Like just because your movies weren't great, they were
Bro.
Your movies were okay. They were good enough to get a decent amount of audience and you to make your money back and more. So like instead of like focusing on what people are saying, is try to stay course because people like the Zack Snyder version of Justice League a lot more. People loved Man of Steel. Batman versus Superman was messed with heavily, which caused a lot of issues. And then like the extended version of that was better, but it was still not the best thing.
Like
cohesive.
Dude, I barely noticed much of a difference between the extended version and the.
It just added a little bit more context.
It was a little more cohesive.
Yeah. It was a little bit more cohesive. That's why I said just something? A little bit. Yeah.
There's one thing that the theatrical version kept in. Well, something that the theatrical version had that the extended cut takes out. That the scene, and like it honestly pisses me off because it's a really cool cool thing to see.
So you gotta pause the movie during the extended cut to watch the part on the theatrical cut.
Basically,
and then go back to watch the fucking.
Bruh, I did that with fucking Justice League.
The part when Lois is talking to the warlord, and when they take her captive.
Yeah.
In the theatrical version, when Superman shows up, it's the camera perspective is from the ground, and it shows like Superman like breaking like the wind barrier or whatever. Like it shows like Superman flying, breaking the sound
barrier.
Yeah, and then like falling into that building and landing in front of them. Like, but the extended version just shows Superman flying through the
building.
the warhead.
Yeah, I know. I can picture them. I can picture them both exactly how.
Yeah. and they took that really cool fucking visual, and that's like the only thing that I didn't care for with the extended version, and it honestly bothers me.
Yeah, so like, we're seeing Superman fucking like actually use his powers like fully to fucking actually get to this moment. Instead,
it was really cool.
I still maintain that should have just been a Batman movie.
It really should have.
It should have.
Like
they didn't need.
It needs to be Batman
movie. With Superman cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set those seeds. Then you got Wonder Woman. Do what you gotta do with that. And it's like, okay, if he needs to do another, go with Aquaman and Flash, and you good. You know?
I mean, but that opening scene with like Ben Affleck, fucking Bruce Wayne, like running around Metropolis, like because he's on a business trip there that week or whatever, it just happens.
Amazing scene.
Oh, dude, that
scene gives me goosebumps every time.
That just shows
hell yeah.
And anybody that says like that's a bad scene,
that's a great
down
scene. Because it's like, because it's perfect. Because if you watch Man of Steel, you seeing all this shit.
Right.
Like, okay, so he's stopping the Kryptonian shit, but then you get to see the civilian perspective through Batman's eyes. So that's actually really fucking perfect. So I love that scene.
That's what I like about Godzilla King of the Monsters was most of the fucking action was from the perspective of like the characters, and it looks really cool.
The humans.
Yeah, the humans.
The humans. I mean, I think that's why they do give us the human characters so we can see the shit from perspective, whatever, instead of the old school whatever. We're just watching the kaiju fight. That's what we're here for. But now we're getting to see it like in a more.
I mean, I still
I don't
want.
know. I like both.
I
I like both aspects.
I mean, yeah, if they can do like a back and forth, then that would be the best.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Dave?
No, see, I still want a little bit less of the humans in those Godzilla movies, though. The ones we get today.
Well, yeah,
that's
true.
Yeah,
like
that
I
is
don't need
true,
to be
though.
looking at Millie Bobby Brown all this much.
Oh, if they made a POV Godzilla movie, dude, like no, I'm not watching it.
Oh yeah.
If they can do like a fucking found footage version of that shit, bring that shit back.
Found footage.
No, found
Godzilla
footage is
would be
just the
so
same as
cool.
POV, dude. It's like,
You know what was my favorite part of Batman versus Superman? The
What's
memes.
that?
The memes.
The memes. Oh yeah.
Like how you guys mentioned like that beginning scene of like of him running around. My favorite meme was when he finds the little girl and he hugs her, and then like the memes are literally like, "Don't worry, you're my new Robin."
Dude.
Basically though, like, basically. Just find an orphan and fucking just take her up.
It's like you're an orphan now. It's like you're my new Robin. Those memes were fucking hilarious.
But this is the thing, though. This entire film was kind of a meme. Like, we can all remember, like, the day that it got announced at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
We can remember like people coming out with the 244p camcorded of the trailers. Like you could trace that entire right. Like the build up for that movie was like an entire thing.
Yeah.
Of itself, dude.
So obviously I prefer Marvel, but I swear to God, I went into that movie expecting to see the best fucking superhero movie ever.
We all did. It was just the hype was
we all
I expected him to catch up to MCU
and
it'd be the best superhero movie ever. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
The biggest issue with that film is that they made moments in the film that like comic book fans would like love, but they didn't make a concise story.
Yeah.
And it's like
we all like
you had a built-in reason for them to fight. Like, why did Lex have to pull this goofy shit to get them to fight?
That was another thing. Is like, why did they have to put in Lex? Because it just was too much for the story.
It's like they already
had their own tension.
Lex,
they had very different ideas on what to do already, and they were like, you could just say, okay, Batman is doing what he's doing. Superman's like, all right, I gotta stop this dude, and then Batman's like,
no, guys. Lex would have been fine if he was just written well, and if he would have antagonized a better villain than like the goopy Doomsday. That's
what should have happened.
Just all that.
Here's what should have happened. Sucking Jimmy Olsen should not have died. Lex Luthor fucking flies fucking Jimmy Olsen to the Superman Batman fight and just photographs like Titan just tries to monopolize off of these superheroes are out here fucking clashing against each other.
No, that's dumb. I'm sorry.
No. It would have been great right
Why the fuck is Lex Luthor flying out Jimmy?
Before Lois.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
He's using Lois as a weapon.
Or even Alfred before Jimmy.
No, like, and also
Jimmy Olsen's the photographer.
What's the point of him wanting them to film the fighting, or like report on the fighting? Like, that makes no sense for Lex.
No,
this is the problem.
To get the public and a mistrust against these heroes.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't see your story working, bro.
I just feel like
Like,
Superman, his whole point was like, oh, this dude is terrorizing people in Gotham. He's doing fuck shit. I gotta do something about this. Whereas Batman's just like, we don't know what the fuck this dude gonna do. If he snaps, ain't gonna be shit we can do about it. That
and
was it.
especially with
movie right there.
the shit that they were showing in the media, like just the way he came into that encampment to save Lois.
Right.
And then, like, after he saved all those people in Mexico and they were revering him like a god, like, that's enough reason for him to be like, this guy has to be stopped. No one should have this amount of power or revered this much.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I agree.
They didn't need Lex.
Well,
I mean, I'm fine with
feel-
Lex being in the movie.
I still
I'm
feel
just,
like they, yeah.
Yeah, they could have Lex come
I
in,
love
make
the
some
scene
cameos, like to like for like a Man of Steel 2. But I don't think he should have been like the driving point for the
I
movie.
really did enjoy the scene at Lex's mansion, like at his party and shit,
Same.
like in the introduction of.
Well, listen.
Oh, you guys don't know each other. I really did enjoy that. Like,
It wasn't bad. Yeah, like that. Like he could have made a cameo like
keep
that.
doing it, man. Come on now. Yeah, keep doing it.
that Lex actually got some of my favorite fucking Lex moments, though. To be honest,
He
because
did.
Yes.
He had some good moments.
yes, he
that
did.
scene, with Lois, when he was talking to her, and then to Superman when he said something along the lines of, "I found out a long time ago that if God is all good, I mean, yeah, if God is all powerful, then he can be all good, and if he's all good, then he can be all powerful." Like the way that he fed that into like taking a jab at Superman, like that was a pretty dope scene
That's
to
a
me.
line.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty. I like stuff like that.
Like
That was
he had
like-
his good
that
moments.
was-
Like
that was
him
some
having
Rosenbaum
moments like
shit.
that as Lex. Yeah, those can stay. But like him specifically, like just pulling shit behind the scenes,
So
and then like making the monster.
I think if they didn't go with Doomsday,
Yeah,
Then
they
my-
could have gone
Yeah.
without Doomsday.
I look at Doomsday as the same way as I look at Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2 or the first one. That's the second one, right?
Yeah,
That
the
was
second
that,
one.
yeah. Because like he was only put in there to kill off Gwen Stacy in a comic accurate way. That's
Right.
the only reason why he's in that movie. I will die on that fucking hill. They didn't even.
That's the truth.
Hey! I'll be with you on that hill.
That's
Yeah.
that's the only reason y'all did this, because y'all just wanted to do it in a comic accurate way. And
Right.
so Doomsday, you want to do this rushed ass Death of Superman plot that you didn't need to do. When you could have just had it be Parasite or Metallo, and he needs help with that.
They're not.
But
Yeah, they're not.
They
even,
should have gone the Metallo route. They didn't.
They didn't even. They didn't even do a reign.
Metallo.
They didn't even do a reign of the Superman movie after Death of Superman. You know, like they didn't introduce fucking like.
Well, I don't think they need to do like a reign of Superman
Bro,
to bring it back. Like
to guarantee if Disney had DC, we would have got shit like the I mean, look at what they're doing with Marvel. Like we would have never thought that they would have tackled the fucking multiverse. Like that's so
came out
comic
talking about
booky.
incursions and shit. It was like,
Right,
wow, okay.
That's so comic booky. It's insane, but they know what they're doing. And now the casual fans trust them to like, okay, I'm gonna get this comic book shit a shot.
That's why I like
it. Actually got some dope.
They
stories.
played it safe though. They handled it in a light way. They didn't introduce too
that's
much multiverse stuff.
That's why I keep saying like I think you can get away with skipping the Fantastic Four origin and just go right into like Future Foundation shit. Because like I said, that seems like that's what they were at. That Reed Richards and Multiverse of Madness, they were at that already. So just do it.
And they gave it a backstory in just one line of dialogue. He's like, "Didn't you guys launch off in the '60s?" Boom, boom,
exactly.
So in the beginning of the Fantastic Four movie, you can play all that stuff off in a montage. Fucking boom! What happened to him? Boom, like boom, boom, boom.
You don't
boom,
have to be
boom,
all that.
and
Yeah, no, no, they don't. A montage is
I think people
too much.
know we're in
People
space.
know they
People
don't
do
need.
some shit. They got powers. That's people know that. I
It
get.
would be cool to see like some old school clip, like they actually coming back, like fighting the Mole Man or fucking fighting one of their fucking other villains that you. I mean, with the MCU, dude, they be pulling shit. They pull all the toys out of the toy box.
Jimmy, with
Like,
the storylines that you want to create, I'm wondering if you work for the DCU.
He's probably the guy
You
that
can
they
pitch
go to.
the Suicide Squad villains. Let's have them fight Enchantress, but we'll use Deadshot and Harley Quinn with a bat.
There was no reason that like Aquaman, Batman, fucking like everybody should have put up there. Like, what the
Bruh.
fuck is this guy being about?
Batman was around.
Right.
He was in this fucking city. Like, where were you at?
Batman
There's
has
no
been around
reason
the
that they
longest in the
See,
universe.
But if it was Disney, Batman would have been up in that fucking movie.
Wonder Woman too.
Just like in all of the fucking Suicide animated movies, there's a lot of Batman up in it because it's in fucking Gotham. Like, what the fuck?
I just think that they I don't know, they got reactionary, then they got scared.
Severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's
Well,
disease
you know,
means you might be dealing with
that's
a
what
lot of
goes on when you're a Franks and Beans company. You
Because
know, you play shit safe and you make a bunch of switches and you do reactionary shit all the time.
I'm just thinking, there's like, because what do they have on the slate? Like after BVS, they had like Wonder Woman, they had Flash, Aquaman,
Jesus, they had Cyborg,
Shazam, Cyborg. That's perfect, you know. They could have did all that. That could have been like their. The way I see it, okay, so you got Man of Steel, BVS should have been a Batman movie. Then you do Wonder Woman, and then maybe like a Justice League or Aquaman and Flash first, then Justice League. Then maybe end it with a Green Lantern or whatever. I guess that's how. Because I don't know why they were being so stingy with Green Lantern. Like that movie wasn't that fucking terrible for you to be holding on to this character like this.
Crazy that they kept Green Lantern from Justice League, but just another example by the executives putting their personal preferences against that of us, the customers, the viewers. You know,
True.
like that. That's what it like felt like. That's what it feels like. Cause why not? People fucking love the Jon Stewart, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of public knowledge. It's not like some type of cult following of like people that fuck with Jon Stewart. People love this dude. So
like, people were going to be watching.
That's why people are hella excited for the animated movie that's coming out.
But they grew up watching that Justice League cartoon, so you would think they would be like, "Oh, cool, Jon Stewart's coming in."
Right.
And then like you just mentioned, the Justice League. Like we got Batman the animated series, we had Superman the animated series, and then we had Justice League and then Justice League Unlimited. That gave them a great template to do in movie format, and they still couldn't get it right.
Well, I mean, look at what they do now. They're so creatively bankrupt. Like with Batman, like I was a fan of this current, like the newest Batman, but I'm tired of like the stories that come from the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. To give me Court of Owls. To give me a trilogy of Court of Owls. Like
they're setting that up though, which I love.
I hope so.
Because I think Robert Pattinson
really hope
Robert Pattinson even mentioned it. So I'm thinking they're like Mr. Freeze is gonna be the villain in the next one, but they're still gonna be setting those seas for Court of Owls.
Like
you don't always
That
have
would
to
be
use
perfect.
Bane. You don't always have to use
Joker.
I don't know if you guys fucking
Joker.
saw this Batman
Bane's only been
19.
used once in a movie.
Twice.
Wait, no, twice. Never mind.
But one was a pro wrestling character. So
Like they could even
was,
do Hush now. They could do a whole bunch of other shit.
There's a lot they can do.
Hush would be a very good movie.
I'm not
and Pattinson will pull off a very convincing Thomas or what was his name? Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, Thomas Wayne.
Or no, I'm talking
Tommy
about
Elliott. Thomas Elliott.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, he could pull off like playing like a person that is believably like got plastic surgery to look like Bruce. Like he definitely got the range to pull that off.
I want to see a movie where Bruce Wayne actually turns into fucking Patches Malone and uses fucking interviews the people, like investigates the people under his homeless disguise. I want to see Patches Malone.
Would be cool.
It seems like into a live action movie.
You know what I really want to see? Which is like, because I don't know why they're so scared of it, but I want me a Robin and I want me a teenage Robin.
Yes. Yeah. I was just gonna bring that up. It's like I want Robin in the next one.
Stop being scared.
Do the whole thing. Do the whole.
Why are they so scared?
Do the flying Grayson.
Robin is
show his parents.
Essential to the Batman character, and you can't tell me anything other. Like he's essential to that fucking character.
You weren't fine with what's his name, Mitchell O'Donnell, being like a 30-year-old man being adopted by Bruce Wayne.
Mitchell O'Donnell.
Right. Okay.
Did I get his name right?
Wait a few years and get that kid from that.
I think you're thinking of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No.
For him too.
I'm talking about from the fucking.
That was even worse, man.
Oh, you're talking about
back in the day, bro.
Oh, you're talking about the Adam West series,
right? At the very fucking end there.
Oh, Burt Ward. He was passable as a teenager because like how people.
No, he's not.
He's not passable. No older than fucking 20. Yeah.
Burt Ward is
just look at some Disney Channel actors right now. Just look at that.
Bro, he looked like he shaved the day before and the stubble was growing back. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, listen, give me fan Wolfhard put some Mexican supplements and get him the role of Robin.
Or you can wait a few years and get that kid from the Ryan Reynolds movie.
DiCaprio. Ryan Reynolds Jr.
Bro,
that kid is awesome.
That's Leo. That's Leo Jr.
It's Leo Jr. I'll take it. I'll take it. That kid is talented.
Yeah, that was his first film.
I have to watch it.
That was his first film. The Adam Project.
They just cast him as Percy Jackson.
Yep.
He's gonna be. I don't know shit about Percy Jackson. Like I never watched the movies, never read the books. But like I'll watch a Percy Jackson movie if that kid is the fucking star.
He would be cool as Robin. He would be cool as Robin. He might look shitty as fuck on screen. This kid out there fighting crime, but I mean, who cares? Just do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Dye your hair black for a fucking month.
I still, if they're still willing to do if they're still like doing Elseworld shit, like because DCU said we're no longer doing a continuating story, we're just gonna be doing like films and they won't really be with each other anymore. That's them. That's them saying we give up on actually doing a story. Yeah.
But we'll have characters interact with each other. I mean, that's basically sometimes.
And they're going. This is why, if they're willing to do that route, give us Ben Affleck's Batman versus Deathstroke because everyone was hyped for that story.
Yeah. That's the most frustrating part. It's like it seems like that's the general consensus is that people would like to see that story get told.
I
You know
want
what's
so
sad? You know what's really sad is Lego gives us some of the best superhero movies.
Agreed.
Unfortunately,
Lego
yeah.
Batman.
So does the
Not even Lego Batman, but if you look at the more obscure Lego stuff that just Lego produces.
I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. Y'all can keep talking.
You look up the Lego stuff they just produce themselves of like their superhero shit because they have because Lego has a license to literally everything. Like Lego has a license to fucking everything, so they can just produce shit on their own. And Lego's made like 3 dope ass Justice League movies. They've made dope ass Marvel movies.
Games too.
They made fucking
right.
They had like the Batman Gotham one. Where you get to control Superman and Wonder Woman, and like when you fly, you hear the old Christopher Reeve music with Superman. Wonder Woman started flying, you get the old Linda Carter music. That shit was dope.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome. I haven't watched them all.
Nah, it's a video game, Beyond Gotham.
Oh, that's the video. Okay.
Lego Batman Beyond Gotham. That's what it's called.
See, like Lego's going to give us the best video game content that we can get.
It just
and I'm okay with that, but I think it's like kind of sad.
But it's just like I get what you say because it's like it seems like they get not even just characterization really. It's just whatever more reason. It's always more entertaining than what they're trying to do in the movies.
Yeah,
like the movies are trying way too hard, but not at the same time.
Right.
Like I can't even describe it. Like I don't hate the DC movies nearly as much as people do. Like I'm not that hard on stuff. I'm not that hard on stuff at all. But I do recognize that it could be better, like a hell of a lot better. Just on paper, it should be better.
I mean, it's so easy. It's not like
Lego's made better Marvel movies too,
page for page, shot for shot.
Like nobody's
dialogue for dialogue.
Like nobody's saying MCU is perfect.
Templates to go off of,
but they seem to at least have a grip on what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I'm saying is Lego is even made better Marvel movies than what the MCU has produced.
I feel you.
But and then this is Lego could possibly even make a dope ass Marvel vs. DC movie because they have the rights to both of them.
You think the companies would give the okay?
That's the thing. Like Lego has the rights to do it, but I don't know if they have the power to do it.
All right. Because they might just be like, yeah, how about no?
But Lego's a Switzerland company, and everybody ports their money into Swiss banks.
So, speaking of video games, what's a couple of video games that you guys
I play the fuck out of
interested about, like that's coming up soon?
Oh, coming up soon! Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to get on Gotham Knights and Forspoken.
See, man, here's the thing about Gotham Knights. I am so not. Like, I just can't find any excitement for it. Like, I don't know why. Because I'm kind of a fan of Red Hood. Like, that was my favorite title from the new 52.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know.
I
think it's probably because they're dealing with the Court of Owls, and like partly because Batman is supposed to be dead.
I kind of get that. Like, it's a hard sell when Batman's dead, and then you're trying to pitch me Nightwing, Red Hood. Not that I love those characters, but I mean, Batman's always ahead of the snake, so it's just weird when you just kill him off like that.
Right.
And that's what they're doing with that show. So I kind of get that actually.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a great game. It's just like not my.
But it looks like
Well,
they're kind of taking some cues from like Spider-Man a little bit. I mean, I'm sure it's
I'm
not the
back.
first one to do this, but it's very open world, and it looked like you can just travel the city. You hear about crimes on the radio, you go deal with it. Shit like that is I like stuff like that as opposed to just mission by mission,
right.
free roam around. I'm probably going to use like Nightwing and Batgirl mostly, but no.
So, so how far along are we from like a Superman game? Do you guys think?
I think we're close.
We can have one
I
already.
think
It's just that they don't
Somebody-
have
so,
this.
Tony.
somebody
You're
did
not satisfied with Superman 64?
see. Here's my thing. Somebody did like
Shut up, Timbo.
we don't speak about that game. We don't speak about that anymore.
Like
I
think about
love
it this
playing
way. You remember how they created the DBZ game where you can be any character and you can fly around the world and then you would get missions that way?
Kakarot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Kakarot
think
is fun, but
like
it's not in a style that I think would be friendly for Superman because it's kind of like
definitely not. But like
you've got to make flying through the city as satisfying as web slinging in the Spider-Man game.
Here's my thing.
Exactly.
I really hate the like I was just looking at an article about the Marvels. That's how they already have a problem. And the argument is basically is too overpowered of a team.
Right.
And I hate this argument of like, okay, well if he's this powerful, who are you gonna throw at him? It's like, okay,
no,
I don't think
here's
that's
the thing. That's the thing though.
Superman is so naive. Like he wants to believe the good in everybody
Right.
that he is easily manipulated by just the dumbest shit.
No, but
like early on anyways.
Superman is not naive. He's not. It's just that he was taught not to go all out with his powers, that he can't hurt people with his powers. So he has that innate built-in limiter whenever he fights anybody. So that's just what it is. It's not naivety. It's just that like that limiter is in the back of his mind already, and like
he's just a good dude, very deep down.
Yeah,
no, dude, read a fucking like early like 40s fucking Superman comic, dude. That dude
that's fucking different. That's not even canon anymore. Like, why are you trying to bring shit up that's not canon?
Of the trees and shit.
You're that fucking asshole. That's like, well, this one time in Elseworld.
Upon like the video game topic, with the biggest problem is kind of what Timon said with the traversal. Like that's gonna need to be like super satisfying, and for that to be satisfying with like a character like Superman, you should be able to fly across the entire planet. Like we gotta be
would have to be a
progress
worldwide game.
to where they could make an engine so big, so massive, and take so much time putting shit in it. You
don't need to go that route. You don't need to go that route. Nick,
you think so?
You can simple it down. You can simple it down where you do go across the world or whatever, but you only go to select cities across the world or whatever. And so like when you're flying, like
the Kakarot game
I get you do want to control the flying, but you can control the flying if you want to, but you can also get a fucking fast select. And then boom. But then when you are in the city, you have to fly around and
So
fucking
what-
whatever.
It's like
This
okay,
man
so,
just went through a whole line of cutting me off just to say the same shit I was
So like
saying.
it's like what if it's like you can fly in space and do that? He's sitting there listening to everything, and then when you hear some shit in like Japan,
Ooh.
you can fly straight to Japan.
That's how you get your missions and shit. Oh,
And
yeah,
you hear
That's
some shit in here's some shit in like
Like-
Australia. You can just go to Australia and you're there, like stuff like that.
That's
Okay,
perfect, dude.
so that's pretty much what I was gonna say. But like in a sense of like the flying aspect of Kakarot with like the aspect of finding new missions in the same way like how Spider-Man has it, where he links into the police feed, and then once he gets to a certain section, he gets a notification that there is shit going on. But with Superman, it just make it where he's flying around somewhere, he hears that some shit is going down, and so he has the option of flying down or not.
That sounds like a good idea too.
like, or yeah, okay, a Superman game could be in the works soon.
Yeah.
But I'd rather play a Green Lantern game.
I mean, it's not going to be a great game. A Superman game is most of the time not going to be a great game.
I'd rather
Just because it's hard to make it. It's hard to make Superman into a game base. It really is.
So you know how they
It's
just made that
so
fucking
hard.
you know how they just made that Ninja Turtles beat 'em up that's like an old school classic arcade? Dude, give me a fucking Justice League game like that.
Like
Give me
here's
a
the thing.
Justice League beat 'em up, like a side scroller fucking beat 'em up like fucking Double Dragon, dude. Like the Ninja Turtles just did, dude. Like that game is good, that game is awesome.
A Justice League beat 'em up is just Injustice 1 and 2, the video games.
No, that's a fighting game.
All right. But like
Beat 'em up, dude. Like
the reason why
I want to fucking do Green Lantern shit. Fucking against fucking scumbag, just average Joe criminals.
like I see like the only way I think that the only way you could like make a successful Superman game is if you have him being 90% of the time Clark. And then it's just like him making moves like how in the Spider-Man storyline, but make it a Clark storyline, and then he's Superman when shit ensues, and so he has to fly, but you won't be able to fly worldwide, and that'll be an issue that you'll have as Superman, as like playing a Superman game, because this is a godly being, and yet you're stuck within this story.
You do gotta nerf yourself in a fucking if you're playing a guy.
That's what Spider-Man is. It's like you're Spider-Man, but
That's what he just said. Like base it more like a Spider-Man game, and like that's what he just said.
See, about the flying thing. So DC Universe Online, they let you fly. Maybe take some notes from that, because you can't fly around Metropolis and everything. It's not perfect, but you're gonna need some kind of like actual control over it, over the the flying and everything.
Yeah.
So like I said, anything what's gonna make or break a good Spider-Man game is the web slinging. So it's the same thing as Superman, And I think
flying through the city at Superman speeds,
It's
crashing into a building.
But
Or,
you need like control over him, because that is gonna get annoying really fucking fast.
Yeah. And obviously they're not going to allow you to have Superman crash through a building, so they're going to stop.
This is what I said. Like the only way you can
Dude.
really make a successful Superman game is you have him being a majority of the time Clark. He has to be grounded.
That's what
Dude,
I
I
like
want
about your idea.
a Superman game to have like the flight controls of San Andreas. Make it difficult to fly around with soups.
So speaking of Spider-Man, this is gonna bring me back to the topic that we were talking about. Let's talk about one of the best wrestlers of all time in Bonesaw. Ooh, yeah! I got 3 minutes with you.
That was such a great scene.
So,
that was an iconic fucking scene.
It was.
If everybody listened to my wrestling show podcast, there was an actual Bonesaw character in the wrestling show, and she was awesome. But So like, I don't know if she took the name off of Spider-Man 1, but like, she actually didn't, because like the FML notebook movie stuff that I do, they were making a fake horror movie where like people it's part of the FML lore, where there's a horror movie that exists called Bonesaw, and there's like sequels and shit. And this gal always played the Bonesaw fucking character. So then when she went into the wrestling show, she used that same character as Bonesaw.
All right, I lied to Tim. We said that this was going to be a regular wrestling podcast episode, but really what we want it to be is we want to put him in the spot and talk about the wrestling show, and it's going to be an official expose on why they're shit. Come on, go, Timmy.
Shoot in the
tell us. It's a shoot. Come on.
Race, like, just basically that one picture I showed you guys where fucking her own son was in the fucking back, where you can see him in the reflection of the fucking mirror and shit, taking booty shots over at a fucking restaurant.
Was that Kate?
Yeah, that was Kate.
I didn't even know that's who that was. I honestly, I was like, I thought it was just like a random photo of someone, because there's always a photo like that of like someone's son.
That was Kate Jones, dude, with her own fucking son that she gave birth to, fucking taking booty shots of her at fucking Beefaroo, a local restaurant chain in Rockford.
For her OnlyFans?
No, it was on Facebook.
Okay.
She
should have cropped that. Edited him.
Dude, like, they don't care. Like, that's what's so fucked up, dude. They don't give a fuck.
All right, but give us the expose on the wrestling show. Why did what happened happen?
Why did what happened? Like, why I left? There was just people just being snakes for some dumb shit that I just thought we were just doing some goofy wrestling shit. So like, you know, like, I know Matt and Kate, like, that was like their job, you know, and like, I was never expecting to get paid off of anything, you know, like, I just come in, do like fucking do some wrestling shit and it's like go home or whatever. I never expected to get any like money out of it. But apparently, like, Kayla and what's her name? Fucking Bones. I'll just call her Bones. So I can't think of her name right now. Jesus Christ, I've been drinking. They were offered fucking money for like doing their shit or whatever, and they never got compensation. But why I left is a random dude that was part of the wrestling show. Hey, fuck, I'll name him, dude. Mike Drain. I don't give a fuck. Mike Drain fucking messaged me saying I was getting booted off the wrestling show anyways. So he's all
but the kids loved you.
Yeah, dude. Like, everybody loved me. Like, dude, that was crazy. Like, it was crazy. So I was all like, I mean, whatever. Because I think they might have saw comments I said supporting Bonesaw, talking about how she's gonna leave or whatever, and I'm like, well, if you don't want to watch videos that exploit your kids, you can tune into my channel. And I posted a link and shit, dude, and like I got like heart reacts and shit, whatever. Like, it was cool.
So are we ever going to see the Wiener Man?
The Wiener Man.
We have seen the Wiener Man. I've posted like live reactions.
No, but are we ever going to see him come back? Is the Wiener Man ever going to come back?
The Wiener Man will come back. Kayla is actually trying to bring up her own wrestling shit, so like the Wiener Man could come back in that, or I'll definitely just upgrade the costume or whatever and like do it how I actually want it to look in like the comic books I was writing. And like they do it up perfect, or I don't know, man. Like, Wiener Man can come back. Wiener Man
is Wiener Man for the children? Is the question?
Wiener Man is definitely for the children because he brings sexiness and wholesomeness to the fucking. Wiener Man never swore, even because I didn't think we were allowed to swear. But then, like, as I was watching the show after I joined or whatever, I was like, damn, these motherfuckers swear all the time. I didn't think we were allowed to swear because I thought it was like a family channel. The kids are around. Fucking, you got like a 4-year-old fucking filming, like. So, like, I didn't think we were allowed to swear. So I never swore, like, during the thing. I would say frick, darn, like,
Those kids probably cuss more than their parents.
Huh?
Those kids probably cuss more than their parents.
Dude, yeah.
Timmy was like, "Holy matzo balls, Batman!"
Dude, basically, dude, like, even if I at a family barbecue, like, I know kids are around, so like when I do swear. Like, I'm like, when it's just like a small group of like an adults, I'm telling a story or whatever, like, and I try to like at least like look around, make sure no kids are like, I tone down my swearing a lot. When I talk to you guys, I don't give a fuck, like, so I do have like some sort of sense of morality that you guys probably don't believe.
What sense of morality?
Hey, so guys, I had a really good time. It's getting pretty late for me. I have to do some work-related shit right now.
Okay.
All right.
Join us.
It's probably a good time to end it anyway, dude. It's like hour 40 minutes.
Can I ask you a question before you go, Nick?
Shoot.
Would you be willing? Would you be down to do some wrestling with Tibby since he's the Wiener Man right now?
Yes, I would.
Oh, dude, I'll wrestle the fuck out of you, Nick.
I always want to wrestle. Yeah.
I'll wrestle the fuck out of you, Nick. Well, let's have a blast, bro.
Dude, when I was a kid, I used to dabble in backyard wrestling with my friend.
Same.
We used to put on whole fucking matches. I used to do swantons on like fucking dirty mattresses. It was all pretty fucking unsafe.
I'm also done the same.
To be fair, wrestling matches were always safe, dude. We always rehearsed what we were gonna do and fucking practiced, and like we were actually real safe with our matches.
In the business,
but other than that, dude, like, no, dude, you got your own kids taking your own booty pics, and you got dude, no.
So weird.
I'm drawing the line, dude. Like,
yeah, that's gone too far. I mean, I think we all can agree on that.
Yeah, that's a little too much. But thank you for stopping by, Nick.
No problem, man.
Yeah, you come anytime you want. It's all good.
Yeah.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you.
All right. So, as Timmy said, this is a good place to end it. I think we did like half wrestling and then half fuck ups of the DCU.
That's why I called it this wrestling and stuff. Wrestling and stuff.
Start adding wrestling and stuff. Just start adding and stuff so we can avoid
stuff to everything. Like
having to switch topics. Just
multiverse of madness and stuff.
And stuff.
Just start adding and stuff.
All right, but thank you everybody for watching us here live. We've been Timmy, Dalen, and Tony, and just make sure to follow us on all our social medias and everything. Bye.
Dude, Brent told me that you don't like being called Tony.
I'm different. Like I don't care.
You don't. We call you Tony for like 8 years. You just don't tell me.
Exactly.
No, I don't care. Like, you can call me Tony. It's fine with me. Like, you can